If you come for the king, best aim for the head. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Timmy Talks. Today we'll be breaking down the Week 14 matchup of the Chicago Bears against the stinky, ugly, alcoholic, good-for-nothing Green Bay Packers. This is the game. This is the match. Let's get right into the tail of the tape. So the Chicago Bears are now 9-3 after defeating the reigning Super Bowl champs in Philadelphia. An easy 24-15 win for them. And then the Packers, 8-3 and a tie. Lame. They are coming off a week where they kind of dominated the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving. If you were to tell me before the season that this match in Week 14 was going to be for the NFC North and potentially the #1 seed for the NFC, I would have called you crazy. I would have called the cops on you, and I would have put you in a cell because that's wild. No, absolutely not. But here we are. Lo and behold, the Bears are 9-3. The Packers are 8-3-1. This is what this game is all about. The oldest rivalry in football, two of the oldest teams in the NFL going at it in meaningful December football at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. It don't get better than this, baby. You can't write it better than this. This is what it's all about. I'm so fucking juiced for this game, and I'm not even playing. Both these teams throughout the season have found ways to win. Some have been ugly, some have been very close, but at the end of the day, they both come out with victories, and now they meet each other for the first time this season. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about. Let's get right into the Packers offense versus the Bears defense. So the Packers offense comes into this game ranked 10th. Meanwhile, the Bears defense upgraded last week from 26th to now 25th. This Packers offense is very average. On paper, they're middle of the pack in running and passing offense statistically, and you definitely feel the same watching them on film. There's a lot of plays where you're just like scratching your head wondering what the hell happened. How is this an NFL team? They have linemen running into each other, guys not really sure who's they're blocking or what they're supposed to be doing. But then on the flip side, you have plays that are like, holy shit, this is like one of the best offenses in the league. How are all these guys open all the time? How is this running game so efficient? So it's just this kind of yin and yang kind of seesaw of like, it's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad, and there's no in between. So the Packers are gonna have to find a way to be on the very, very good side of this game. I think they have a very favorable matchup against the Chicago Bears, because even though this Bears defense has gotten healthy in the secondary, their pass rush and generating pressure has been bottom of the league all year, and that is the key to victory I have for the Bears for this game. They have to some way, somehow generate pressure, because when Jordan Love is in a clean pocket, he is arguably a top 10 QB. It is insane how well he performs when he has a clean pocket versus when he's under pressure. When he's under pressure, that's when he does that little fadeaway, stupid throw the ball up, hope that one of his receivers come down, and usually ends in a very ugly interception, or he tries to go make a play and then he's just not a very out of structure kind of quarterback. He's more in structure, keep it in the play and execute the play that was called. Not saying that he can't make plays out of the pocket and out of structure. He does do that, and more often than not, it is against the Bears, because for whatever reason, the Packers offense always has a open wide receiver at the worst possible moment. I still hate you, Randall Cobb, for all those games you've hurt me. And then for the Packers offense, I have their key to victory to just throw at Stevenson and or Nashawn Wright. Although Wright does have 5 interceptions, both Stevenson and Wright are two of the top targeted cornerbacks and have given up the most yards because of it. There's a reason why teams continue to go after these corners. They see something in their techniques and their ability to cover that they feel they can attack. And with the wide receiver core that these Packers have, I believe that it's a very favorable matchup. It showed last year when these receivers were kind of dicing up our secondary. It's just like, I don't know why. Like, all of a sudden these receivers just get a mega power boost when they go against the Bears. They're not good all year, and then all of a sudden they're the best that they've ever been. The one caveat about this Packers receiving core though is they drop the ball a lot. They all get paid millions of dollars to catch the football from their quarterback, and they don't do a great job of that. They're better this year than they were last year. Last year was like a historically bad drop rate for them. This year they're definitely getting a little better, but they have still had moments where they need a completed catch in crucial situations and they fall short. So please do that again, Packers. That'd be awesome. What I'm really excited for though, for the Bears defense, is how Dennis Allen is going to use this fully healthy secondary. Last game against the Eagles, he went into dime personnel the most all season because he has Kyler Gordon, CJ, Kevin Byard, Jalen Johnson, Nahshon Wright, and Jawan Brisker all able to play corner, slot, safeties. It was a lot of fun seeing on film how he was just interchanging these players at different positions, giving the offense a lot of different looks, because you see Brisker and you think that he's a safety, but for whatever reason he's in the box playing linebacker, and then CJ's out playing safety, and then on the very next play they're swapping places, and then for some plays Kevin Byard is also coming in the box, and then you have Gordon and Johnson on the outside, but then you have Gordon on the inside on the slot position. And I just love that flexibility that Dennis Allen has to be able to put these guys in the most favorable matchup possible and force Jordan Love to have to make a play out of structure and allow this D line to get the time that they need to go and get the quarterback, because eventually the D line will get to the quarterback and generate pressure. It's just they're not fast. They're not a D line that's going to get to the QB under 2.5 seconds consistently. But if you have a really good secondary that can hold their coverage, hold their man, lock them in for 3.5 seconds, that's when our D line is going to get to the QB, generate pressure, force him out of the pocket, and or force a bad ball where Kevin Byard or Nahshon Wright or one of these DBs are going to go up and get it and come down with another turnover. That is the success for the Bears. It's a full defensive coherent unit that's got to be playing together, and they all got to just do their 111, do their job to the best of their ability, and shut down this offense. All right, let's flip it over for the Bears offense versus the Packers defense. So the Bears offense comes into this game ranked 8th, and they're going against the Packers defense, who is currently ranked 6th in the league. This Packers defense is the best defense this Bears team is going to play all year. They are complete from D-line, linebackers to safeties. The Eagles defense is good, but their D-line is what makes their defense, and they are banged up in the secondary and linebacker position, and that showed up because once the Bears got past the D-line, their secondary just was not there to make plays in the run game specifically. But this Packers defense really has no weakness. We already know about Micah Parsons and what kind of force he is on this defensive side. But you have Xavier McKinney as a safety. He is arguably a top 10, top 5, maybe even top 3 safety, depending on who you talk to. And their linebacker core does a really good job at fitting the run and also being good in the pass coverage. This defense plays a very physical style of football, and it's gonna go head to head against one of the best O-lines of the league, the Bears. Who would have fucking thought that the Bears would ever have the best O-line? Like, not me, but both these teams play a very physical style of ball. So it's going to come down to who's tougher, who wants it more, and at the end of the day, who executes their plays better. For the Bears, I got their key to victory to be their passing game has to be on. With how they performed against the Eagles, there's without a doubt that the Packers defense are going to heavily focus on defending the run. They have been on the edge of top 10, early teens kind of run defense. So I feel like this week they are going to hammer in run fit, run defense, and find ways to minimize the yards gained through the run against the best rushing offense in the league. Also, being able to defend the run on first and second down is critical for the Packers, because for their key to victory, I got for them is to get into favorable passing downs where they can let their dogs eat. For the Packers defense to be successful, you want Micah Parsons stalking, the line of scrimmage. You don't know if he's going to go against the center, the guards, or any of the tackles, and then Rashawn Gary on the end. You want these boys to be able to pin their ears back, know that it's a passing down, and go eat. Because this pass rush is one of the deadliest pass rush in the league. And if the Bears allow them to get into obvious passing downs, it's just going to be trouble. Because although this Bears offensive line is one of the best run blocking unit, their pass blocking is not good. Like, they've been able to get away with a lot of things throughout the weeks, but if you really watch the film and see how they perform, Ozzy's a liability. People keep talking about him and like how good he's been doing in the pass pro. A lot of the time he's getting help from a tight end chipping and or running back, but there's so many plays where the guy is just so much faster and able to bend the edge and he gets no hands on him. And then for whatever reason, PFF grades him super highly in the pass pro. It's like, he's not. I think he's better than Theo Benedict, but he is still a liability that this Packers D line is going to take advantage of. I think he's going to be their main focus of attack, how to put him in unfavorable positions and take advantage of his weak pass pro. But to make up for a potentially weak offensive line pass protection, you got quick passes, you got screens, and then play action. Play action is the bread and butter of this Bears offense, and they're going to need it for this game. Caleb Williams and this receiving core is going to have to find a way to find connections. No more drop balls, no more falling on their routes, no more miscommunications. Like, this game, they got to lock the fuck in. They're winning games despite their passing game. They're not winning it because of it. I feel like this game, they're going to have to win because of it. I think the Packers defense are going to do a great job shutting down this run. They did it against the Lions. I feel like they're going to do it against the Bears. They're going to make Caleb beat them with his arm and his accuracy because these windows are going to be super tight. Caleb's going to have to be on point, and these receivers as well are going to have to be on point. At the time I'm recording this video, there is no injury report, so I'm not 100% sure if TJ, Noah Sewell are going to be able to play this game. I would imagine if they're ready to go that they'll be out there. If we're gonna have to run our backup linebackers again, I feel like Josh Jacobs is going to have a feast against these guys. Although this defense did shut down Saquon Barkley, there's just, for whatever reason, the Packers O-line and their run game just has a better effect against the Bears. But if we have to run it back with backups linebackers, a little scared on that front. So let's just get right into the bets. So currently the Packers are 6.5 point favorites and the over under line is 44.5. I think this game's going to be a shootout, low key, kind of like the Packers versus the Lions on Thanksgiving. Bears are going to cover this. I don't think the Packers are a touchdown better team. And then I think the over is going to hit. For prop bets, one of these receivers are going to have to catch a pass. I really want it to be Roman Dunze, but realistically, I think Loveland is going to be the one that catches a touchdown pass. For a rushing touchdown, give me Kyle Mananga. I'm the little boy. And you know what? Give me a Kevin Byard INT. That man's going to get another one because Jordan Love's going to be like, I can throw this ball. And Kevin's going to be like, nope, thank you very much. On the Packers side, give me a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. And then give me a Christian Watson anytime touchdown. Now let's get into the score prediction. So the Packers, they're going to have a decent game on offense. They're going to go out and score 24 points. But you already fucking know what the Bears are about to do. Fucking man, Caleb fucking Williams is going to lead the Bears on a game-winning drive in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field and score 27. Yes, sir, a touchdown game-winning drive by Ice fucking man, and the Bears increase their record to 10-3 and firmly sit on the throne of the North and continue being the best team in the NFC. You heard it here first. 24-27, Bear motherfucking down. If y'all made it this far, thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, Bear down, Chicago Bears.